So when you have gathered all these documents, the next thing you want to do is to go on to my NMBI.ie, that's the website, and create an account. When creating an account, please be very mindful of the information you fill, because if you fill in the wrong information, then you have to start applying for correction and stuff like that, and this delays your application. Now on the website, when you open the account, it will ask you to either sign in or create a new account, just as you're creating an account with any website that you've ever used. So you click create a new account. When you see click that, there is a space for names and there is a space for surname. So on the space for surname, you just put your surname. Then on the space for names, if you have a middle name and a first name, you write your first name first and then followed by your middle name. So if you do not have a middle name, then you can leave it and just write your first name. But if you do, please write first name first and middle name on the space that you see four names. And then you write your surname on the surname space. If you don't do this, then you're going to have a wrong name different from what you have on your passport. And this will make them to query you and ask that these are two different names. How come you have two different names? That is that. And then you put your date of birth and then you create this account. They will send a link to your email that you will click to verify that that is your email, and then you go on to answer some questions. So questions like if you are from the EU or the EEA, or if you have a family member who is a EU or EEA and stuff like that. So those questions are something that are very personal to you and you just keep answering. Then there will be a question of if you have which division you're applying for is general nursing. Now, let me explain that. There are many divisions on the NMBI website. So, but usually, the overseas nurses are qualified to apply for either two divisions, either as a general nurse or as a midwife. So what makes you apply as a midwife is because you did basic midwifery. So it means you have had training in midwifery of not less than 3 years, or you have had training in general nursing of not less than 3 years. You know how somebody will finish school of nursing for 3 years and then go to do post-basic midwifery for 18 months and then go over to do BSc, go over to do post-basic theater nursing, post-basic ophthalmic, post-basic whatever. The one you are going to register with will be that of the general nurse, not midwife, even though you are practicing as a midwife in your country, because you have not had 3 years training for that one. I hope that is clear. So whichever one is your basic qualification, the one you've had trainings for more than 3 years, that is what you're going to register for. So you select either general nurse or midwife, and then you keep on answering the question. It will ask if you have any postgraduate training. Of sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, so it could be a yes or no. Then it will ask if you have had training in this qualification of not less than 3 years, so you select yes. So that will categorize you into either G1, G2, or G3. Most of the time, overseas nurses like us comes under the G3. Overseas nurses from the non-EU come under G3. So that's a pathway that you're going to follow. So after that, the next part is just going to be you answering the question, and then the next one, when they now determine your pathway, will be for you to upload the document. Now you have answered all the questions and you have gathered all these documents from your school, from your office, from yourself, and then you've uploaded them on the portal, or some are being sent to them. Like let's say your school sent it via courier to them. Then they have gotten all these documents. Your verification from your nursing and midwifery board has gotten to them, or they have given it to you for you to upload on the portal as well. Then you now pay the recognition fee of 350 euros. That's the first ever fee you're going to be paying to NMBI. Stay tuned.